So, I have just eaten my last meal and I don't plan to eat again for 48 hours. Why am I doing it? Can I do it? It's all going to be revealed in this video. So, I hear you saying, why on earth have I decided to fast for 48 hours? Well, in a lot of recent videos, you would have heard me saying that I've not been on the golf course for the whole of the winter and I decided to go into the gym. The reason for that was, at the end of last year, I could just tell at 52 years old that my body was not helping me perform to my best and was actually having a detrimental effect on my overall health, never mind my golf. So I've been in the gym for 4 months and I have worked incredibly hard, but all of that work has been around strength and conditioning. Now, I have significantly made massive progress in building up the strength in my shoulders, my chest, my back, and my arms. The difference is absolutely night and day. The amount of muscle that I have built up. I've got clothes that just aren't fitting me now, which, don't get me wrong, that's a great feeling, but you know, that's what it is. But I've not done any cardiovascular work in the gym whatsoever. Like I said, it was all strength and conditioning. So to not put too fine a point on it, I'm still pinching just a little bit more than an inch, okay? So we're gonna fast for 48 hours to see whether and what effect it has on that. Because having done quite a bit of research, when you fast and your body is not getting its energy, its glucose, its nutrients, whatever from your food, then it goes looking for that from your body and basically starts eating itself to get you those energy reserves. So the idea is, hopefully in 48 hours, my body will have been feasting away on my little inch and a half of fat, which is what it is, and we'll see what difference it makes. Now also, I'm going to document these whole 48 hours, tell you how I'm feeling, how I'm doing it, whether it's hard, whether it's easy. I've got no idea. I've never done this before. So it's going into the complete unknown, but I'm going to document the whole thing on this video. Okay, let's see how this goes. So I've kind of explained the reason that I'm trying to do this, and it is to just try and lose that last little bit of weight. But there are loads of other health benefits to fasting as well. So this recorded voice that I tell you now are the words of a health expert, and it's really going to sort of give you an insight into the benefits of doing a 48-hour fast.
Fasting for 48 hours has numerous benefits for our bodies. First and foremost, it kickstarts our body's natural detoxification process. By giving our digestive system a break, we allow it to clear out toxins and restore balance. Additionally, a 48-hour fast promotes autophagy in our cells. Autophagy is the process where our body removes damaged cells and replaces them with new, healthy ones. This helps slow down the aging process and boosts our immune system. Now, you might be thinking, wouldn't fasting for 48 hours leave me feeling weak and tired? Surprisingly, the opposite is true. When in a fasted state, our bodies tap into stored fat for energy, leading to increased mental clarity and focus. Moreover, a 48-hour fast can help regulate insulin levels and improve insulin sensitivity. This is beneficial for those looking to manage their weight or prevent chronic diseases such as diabetes. Gradually easing into the fast and properly refeeding afterwards is key to reaping the full benefits. In conclusion, a 48-hour fast can have a profound impact on our health and wellness.
So it's Monday morning. I've got to be quite quiet because everyone's still in bed. It's quite early. So we're now just over 13 hours into this fast. So the good thing about having your evening meal and starting the evening before is that you get through that evening, which is dead easy, and then you have your sleep, and then you wake up and you've already chalked off 13 hours of the 48. So all we're going to be having to drink over the next 48 hours is water, but it's really important that you put electrolytes in your water. So electrolytes, there's loads of brands that do them. They just come in a tablet form and you just put them in your water and it dissolves. And basically that gives you all of your electrolytes, some vitamins, minerals, stuff that your body kind of needs. So you don't want to be doing this just on plain water alone. It's really important that you put some electrolytes in your bottle. Right, okay, so just a quick update. We're at lunchtime on the first day. We are now 18 hours and 52 minutes into this 48-hour fast. So actually I'm not actually that far off getting to halfway, which feels a bit crazy because it's been no problem whatsoever so far. One thing I've realised is the key to this is definitely drinking your water and your electrolytes little and often. Don't kind of like wait till you feel hungry and then fill your stomach up with your water. Just keep all the time just taking a little bit of liquid. Everyone in the office is just starting to get their lunch out now and start to eat. So that's kind of like, a little bit weird because obviously I'd normally be doing the same thing, but it's been all right. It's not been any issue so far whatsoever, but we're still fairly early on into this, to be honest. So I'm expecting it to get a bit harder as we go from this point onwards. Okay, so we've just passed the halfway point. 24 hours and 8 minutes. And this is probably the hardest part of it so far. It's been quite a long day at work. I'm feeling a little bit tired. I'm not feeling that hungry because as long as I keep drinking my water regularly, it kind of just keeps that real hunger at bay. But there is an amazing smell coming from the kitchen as the rest of the family are having their evening meal. And that is proving to be quite tough because that is just making me feel like, it just makes me feel like just wanting to eat something really tasty, but it's my mind taking over. I don't need to eat. It's just telling me that I want to eat because I've got those amazing smells coming from the kitchen. But got the golf on the telly. Just gonna just keep drinking. Just try and keep my mind away from eating. But it's not been that difficult. If you're gonna do this, I definitely recommend doing it on a work day because keeping yourself busy and keeping your mind away from eating and snacking makes it all that little bit more easy. Okay, so it's the second morning and we're now 37 and a half hours into it. And the really surprising thing is that I've not woken up this morning really feeling the need to have breakfast. And like one thing that this process has kind of made me feel like is just like probably how much I overeat against eating just what my body needs. It's like I was expecting to wake up today and kind of just be absolutely hankering for food and hankering for breakfast, but I'm just not. I just feel absolutely normal. It's bizarre. It's really strange. And also, I've woken up this morning and I am, without doubt, I am pinching considerably less than I was when I started this. So, my body has definitely started feasting on itself during this process. So we are now 43 hours and 19 minutes into this 48-hour fast. So I'm well and truly in the home straight now. I've actually just come down to the supermarket from the office. I'm going to go and get myself some food for my evening meal tonight. Now, it's really important that your first meal isn't a really high-calorie meal. So you don't want to finish this and then go, oh, I've done it, you know, I'm going to celebrate with some chocolate and some desserts and stuff. That's the wrong thing to do. So a really healthy, low-calorie meal. So I'm going to go and get myself a nice soup to have tonight. Now I have to say, all of a sudden, now I've started to think about food and think about the finish line and think about eating. It's just got that little bit harder. It's definitely a state of mind getting through this thing. And, you know, the clock seems to be going a bit slower. So I've probably just got to switch myself on now to just like getting back in the mode of just, you know, drinking my water with my electrolytes. As long as you do that regularly, you don't really ever feel that hungry. But, you know, like I say, as soon as you start thinking about food, you start to think about eating. And I've got to say, I am looking forward to having my, you know, could I go on and do this for another day? You know what? I think I could. It certainly wouldn't be easy, but I think you just stay in that state of mind. But as soon as you start to think about eating and having that meal, then, you know, you start to really sort of look forward to it. So I am looking forward to my evening meal tonight, I've got to say. Okay, so I have done it. We are past the 48-hour mark. So I've got to say that the last 4 hours today was really hard. As soon as I started thinking about the finish line and food, that was all I actually could think about. And it all of a sudden became a lot harder than the previous sort of like 40 odd hours. It was actually overall quite a bit easier than I thought it was going to be. I wasn't like thinking or feeling hungry all of the time, which is what I thought I might be. It's definitely key, like I've said before in this video, to make sure that you're just drinking little and often. And didn't feel any lack of energy, although I've not done any like exercise, but I've not felt like dizzy or, you know, struggling for energy or anything like that. I've definitely lost some of the weight. My love handles have gone on the side. There's still a little bit there, but it's definitely gone down. I've definitely lost some weight, which was the purpose of doing this, as well as the challenge to see whether I could do it as well. But I am definitely now looking forward to something to eat. So that is what I am going to do right now. Oh, that is so good. That is so good.